Good morning, I'm KC, recording live for KC Collections in Buchanan, Virginia. I hope you're having a great day today. Let's talk tables, centerpieces, and linens. That's the topic of today's pre-scheduled live. So without any further ado, let's get started. As you see here at the front of the store, we are decked out for fall. It's hard to believe, but fall is quickly approaching in just a few weeks, and perhaps you're getting ready for a fall gathering. So we want to give you some information that might help you. Again, today's live is all about fall gathering. Let's talk tables, linens, and centerpieces. We've got over 25 kitchen tables in stock. They're not all displayed on our sales floor, but perhaps you're thinking of getting a new table or dining room or kitchen table for your fall gathering. Well, certainly you can buy what we have in stock, but if you're looking for something in a different shape or color, we can custom order for you. And as long as it's a smooth top table, and by smooth top, this is an example of what I mean, we can still get that in for you in time for Thanksgiving. In other words, our order deadline for any custom ordering on smooth top tables for Thanksgiving is Sunday, September 16th. So we wanted to make sure to let you know that. Unfortunately, the deadline is passed if we don't have what you need for rough sawn or rustic tables to get them in time for Thanksgiving, but there's always, the ability to order in time for Christmas. Here you see at the front, it is an 8-foot table. It is 48 inches wide and it's got an 8 1/4 top. And these are some new chairs that I wanted to show you as well. And notice it does have a double pedestal base. So as we talk tables, the hard part is which dining room table is right for you. Well, we know that if room and money were unlimited, wow, life would be boring probably. It would be a lot easier, but it would make choosing a dining room or kitchen table or any other piece of furniture a lot easier. However, many of us, room and money are not unlimited, so we've got to really think things through and figure out what's going to work for us, because lots of times we only purchase a dining room or a kitchen table every 15 to 25 years or maybe even longer. There are so many different shapes and sizes to choose from, and of course the look of the table is important, but really a good starting point when you're choosing a table is figuring out what size table you really need, because the size table that we might want may not work in the space that we have. So measuring your room is a great starting point. If you're in an existing home, then measuring what you have. If you're building, then kind of considering what you want as far as how many people to seat, etc., needs to be factored in. The measuring part, one of the most common things to forget is the extra space that's needed in order to be able to pull the chair out. And we actually don't have this set up to scale, but there should be between 42 and 48 inches between your furniture and the edge of your chair. In other words, you've got to allow room for those diners to be able to pull those chairs out and be able to get up with ease. So if you've got furniture in the room, then the measurement should start, from the furniture and go to the table, the back of the chair. Now, of course, if you don't have furniture in the room, then you're going to be looking for that table to wall clearance. And again, trying to leave 42 to 48 inches between the wall and the back of the chair so that your diners can get up with ease. Once you've got those measurements in hand, then ultimately knowing the exact space to work with, the next question is, what type of table do you really want? The size of the table is particularly important, and as far as what we have displayed right now on our sales floor, we've got a lot of rectangle tables displayed on the sales floor. And typically those are going to be ideal for rectangular rooms. So we've got a number of those displayed. But when you choose the right shape of your table, that helps to maximize your room space. In other words, we want to create a great atmosphere to dine and entertain, But we also want to maximize the space that we have in the room and have enough room for people to be able to get up and walk around, have enough room for the food to be comfortably placed on the table, and of course for our placemats, etc. But you can see we've got a fair number of rectangle tables here, and they typically work best in long, narrow rooms. So setting that room up to fit your traffic flow is definitely a great idea. And when you have corners, one thing to keep in mind is it does give it a more dramatic statement, like on the rectangle tables, but it is less space efficient. So, you know, rounded corners certainly can help. Now you might be thinking, well, what's the rule of thumb as far as how many people to sit at a table or seat at a table? Our general rule is a foot per person. So the tables that you're seeing here, they're 8-foot tables, and we have them set up to seat 8 people. Now you can cheat a little bit if you want to go with an 8-foot table and you need to get more people. Of course, you could add more chairs, but adding benches also allows you to be able to seat more people at a larger table as well. Now, there may be a situation where you only need a larger table certain times of the year. And that's where it's great with an extension table. For example, this next table that you're going to see, it is a 42 by 60 table. So it starts out as a 5-foot table, and it comes with 2 12-inch leaves. So on this particular table, you know, you get to 7 feet when you need it. We set it up like this with 3 chairs on the back side and 2 on the ends. And notice if you've got some smaller guests or some kids, you could probably stack 3 or 4 smaller, you know, children there, or perhaps 2 adults and 2 smaller children to be able to get you, you know, more seating during that 1 or 2 time a year period that you need more room. So extension tables are great. Notice this is a 42 by 60 to start with. You may want a 6-foot extension table, and you may want it to go to 9 feet. Well, we can order that for you. And on these smooth top tables, again, the deadline hasn't passed yet for us to be able to get those in time for Thanksgiving. That deadline is Sunday, September 16th. If you haven't bought furniture from KC Collections before, we make it very easy. Our team members aren't commission-based, and we don't hover and pounce on you and try to make a sale. Our furniture and prices are really simple, and that everything is priced separately. So we don't suit it up or set it up or mark it up to mark it down or to haggle you while you're here. But our furniture specialists are delighted to be able to assist you. Everything on the sales floor is available to take home. You know, if you're looking for a rustic table like this one, this is a pine top rustic table. Certainly that's available for sale, and we can order that as well, you know, in smaller lengths. Multiple colors are available. These we just can't get in right now in time for Thanksgiving if that's an issue. The rough sawn tables, they're incredible also. This is an 8-foot one. Multiple colors are available to be ordered, and we can get those smaller. Again, just can't meet that Thanksgiving deadline, but anything you see on our sales floor, you certainly can go ahead and take home with you. Now, if you like a rough sawn or a rustic table and you've been chosen, that's always the lucky one, to be able to entertain for the family for Christmas, then come on in and make sure to get those on order so that we can get it in for you in time for Christmas. Now, this extension table also reminds me that, let's say you want a square table. Let's say you want a 36 by 36 square table, but you need it to be an extension table because a couple times a year you need it to go out to 5 foot. Well, we can order that. Like a 36 by 36, a square table, just a small, you know, 4-seater, 2-seater table when you need it. But you need it to go out to be 5 feet to comfortably seat, you know, squeezing in maybe 6 people. Again, our general rule of thumb is a foot per person, but with a 5-foot table, you can squeeze in 6 people. And particularly if you've got some smaller guests or you've got some children involved, that definitely is one way to do that. So we're talking all about tables, and one more table I want to show you, and then I want to go back and talk a little bit about centerpieces and linens. This particular setup here, it is a company board table. So it's also got a roughs on top, but in this particular situation, it's a 6-foot table from this point, right there at that seam, over to this point. So let's say that you want a 6-foot table on a regular basis set up, but every once in a while you need a little extra space. Well, this company board table, these ends, which are 18 inches long, just slide in. So you take a 6-foot table and you add 18 inches here, and that'll make it a 7.5-foot table. But let's say once or twice a year you needed to add another 18 inches on this end with another company board, and all of a sudden you take a 6-foot table and you turn it into a 9-foot table. So definitely we don't have enough chairs around that, and we've got it paired up with different types of chairs to show you that not only do we offer the standard ladder back chairs that you see right here, but we also offer, in this case, the Duxbury chairs as well. So tables, rectangle tables, we have a fair amount of those. We've got a lot of large ones, you know, paired up here in our space. Let's go back and talk a little bit about linens and centerpieces, and then we'll go on to round tables. Hope everyone's doing well. Our hours right now is we're closed on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. We're open other days, 9 to 5, except for Sunday, noon to 5. So we would love to see you. If you haven't had a chance to check out our website, that's kccountryhomeaccents.com. So whether you're looking for floral arrangements or a flower garden where you can make your own, we have that for you as well. Or perhaps you're looking for some garland to go across your mantle. We have that as well. So all the home decor fixings that you need to dress up your dining room or any other room in the home, in fact, for any type of fall gatherings, we can certainly assist you with that. As far as fall linens, this one is this one is called Gather Together. And you can see it's got great colors in it, picks up wonderfully with the green vase as well as the sunflowers that are mixed in there with some eucalyptus. Moving right along, we've got a traditional white vase paired up here with a lot of beauties. The color just pops. I hope you can see that well because it's a beauty in person. And notice we've got a smaller runner here. We chose, since this was a rustic top table, just to put a smaller runner down so that the beauty of the table could shine through as well. And notice the beautiful runner there that we have paired up. So if you're looking for flower arrangements, we have those. We have them put together in containers, and the items have been added, so we can certainly add them up and give you an idea of what the price is on the whole shebang. But there you see one, not only with some sunflowers, but we've got some cotton and some greenery mixed in as well. Moving right along here, notice this beauty. We've got that country farmhouse look, that tinware look, and it's all decked out and ready to go home with you. And we've just, for making it a little bit different, thrown in some figures here as well. So whether you're looking for some centerpieces or some floral that you could make your own arrangements, we have plenty of that, and we invite you to come in and take a look. Going back here at this little fella, isn't he a cutie? And notice that we've got a Happy Fall bucket all decked out with our Real Touch sunflowers, as well as some bittersweet that's been tossed in there. So we're here to help you get ready for those fall gatherings. And I'm going to move right along and show you some other round tables in just a second. Notice this picture. We've got it beautifully decked out, not only with sort of a baby's breath, but also a mix of other white and cream flowers. And just for fun, we've tossed down a couple of acorns on a neutral color placemat. So, you know, you may not want your linens to scream fall. You may want something different that would take you all the way through Thanksgiving. And let's say you've added a lot of oranges, or oranges aren't your color, then we do have everyday linens as well, where you can add little pops of color. Everything doesn't have to be so bright if that's not your thing. Notice here in the background, we purposely put together more of a muted arrangement. It still screams fall, but it's just not those bright colors because not everyone is into that. Thanks to everyone that's joining us today, recording live for KC Collections in Buchanan, Virginia. The topic of today's pre-scheduled live is fall gathering. Let's talk tables, linens, and centerpieces. Don't want you to forget, we have plenty of islands as well. Right now we've got our sales floor all decked out with lots of tables, but we are the region's, or one of the region's largest suppliers of Amish-made kitchen islands with about 30 to 35 in stock. Notice this looks like a drum canister. Again, that farmhouse look. And we've added in some muted colored sunflowers with our grapevine and herbs as well as our baby's breath, just to give it more of a soft, everyday look. Paired it up with saffron, which is an everyday linen. So in other words, if you don't want to take your dining room and just completely switch it to fall, but you want a little pop of color here or there, then you may choose the more muted arrangements and get some color with your linens. Moving along now, as we talk about round tables. Round tables are great for small spaces. And particularly when you have the pedestal bases, they're even better because they allow for more leg room. And ultimately, round tables allow for, or statistics say, they allow for better, more personal interaction. Everyone faces the center, so you're never really left out of the conversation. And you can pull in a few more chairs as well with the round table that has a pedestal than you can with a round table that has 4 legs. So round tables, intimate gatherings, smaller spaces, and notice there's no sharp corners to bump into, so you can pull up, more chairs. So a round table with a pedestal base, again, can seat more people than just a standard round table with 4 legs. As we move along, I did want you to see this as well. This is a linen that we carry all year. It's called Cinnamon. So it's a nice bright touch. A little centerpiece thrown together here, just decking out some farmhouse decor and some sunflowers. So it doesn't have to be all floral arrangements. I'm going to show you some more in a moment, but plenty of wreaths make great centerpieces as well. Our glass cylinders, our eucalyptus items. It's all personal preference, but the nice thing about the investment in canisters and floral and, of course, the battery-operated candles is once you have them, you have them. So, you toss a plastic bag up around them, label them, keep them fresh for the next season. Here is a smaller table that I wanted to be able to show you. This particular table is 42 by 60. And it's shown in the pewter Kona. And notice we've just got it paired up with 4 chairs. You can squeeze in 6 chairs on a 5-foot table. It does help if the table's 42 inches wide. So it will work. Again, generally we recommend a foot per person, so 6 chairs, 6-foot table. But sometimes you need 6 chairs and you can only fit a 5-foot table, so that'll definitely work. Again, our tables, everything's available to buy right off our sales floor, but if we're doing custom orders on smooth top tables, we can still get it for you in time for Thanksgiving as long as you order by Sunday, September 16th. This one is a trestle table. Notice at the very ends, there's more of a trestle look, so you don't have as much flexibility on the ends as far as seating, but on the sides, you really do. You can pack in a lot more folks, and certainly by adding a bench, that helps as well. Now, if you haven't had an opportunity to come in store, but you're interested in taking a look at some of the furniture that we have or we've had in the past, so in other words, on our website, that's an informational website. We aren't deemed to have everything at all times, but please take a look at our website, which is kccountryhomeaccents.com. And if you go under Shop Collections, Amish Furniture, you'll find a tab that says Dining and Kitchen Room Tables, or Kitchen Tables rather, Dining and Kitchen Tables. And you can get an idea of our price points out there. A round table, 42 inches wide with 4 legs, I know is less than $500. This table right here with the pedestal base, 42 inches wide, right now is $695. And again, we do everyday low pricing, and we do price everything separately. So that gives you a little idea about tables. Don't forget about square tables. Again, a square table with a leaf can be a really great thing if you need more room just from time to time. And pub tables. We don't have any displayed in store, but they're really nice when you're looking to get a better view of your surroundings, or you need a more comfortable space for, let's say, taller people. You don't want to get down and get back up quite as far, and eating kitchens as well are great for pub tables. You're seeing here in the foreground, not a pub table, of course, but a kitchen nook. So the kitchen nook is great. It can fit in that perfect spot in the corner. You know, it's got that corner piece over here, and pair it up as a bench. Now, this is our only set that we do sell as a set, but if you wanted any of these pieces, we can order those separately. So, this particular live, all about tables, centerpieces, and linens. Let me give you a quick shot as we wind down here. Beautiful centerpieces. We've got lanterns with our battery-operated timer pillars. We didn't have a chance to get them all on. And we've got beautiful wreaths. So plenty of beautiful wreaths and garland. If this type of centerpiece is more what you're looking for your fall gatherings. Or let's say you're looking for something a bit over the top. You've got a space where you need a larger arrangement. Well, we can help you there as well. We've got some that we have put together, and believe me, they're selling about as fast as we put them together. So you can see here all different kinds of floral, some larger ones right there on top. Of course, we had to show you one of Billy Jacobs' sunshine frame prints in there, sunflowers being so pretty. And then take a look at this beauty, all decked out in a basket as well. So whatever kind of container you're looking for, whether you're looking for galvanized, whether you're looking for pottery, or you're looking for something that screams a little more fall, like these pumpkin patch ones, we certainly can help you out with that. So for now, I'm Casey, signing off for this pre-scheduled live, which is Fall Gathering. Let's talk tables, centerpieces, and linens. Hopefully this helped, and I look forward to catching you again in another pre-scheduled live. Until then, we'll look to see you, but whatever you do, enjoy the journey, and remember, you're in charge of writing your own story. Have a wonderful, blessed day.